Hello, radio fans. It's Bob in 1KPR. And here we are back again with another toy. This is something I've been thinking about for quite some time, and finally put something together last week. Although it's been in the design stage for a few months. Anyhow, what it is I'm calling it the Reference Pro controller, and it's this top rack chassis. The purpose of this thing is to monitor a receiver. Right now I'm using the AMM receiver that I have. It's a multi-channel AM monitor that shows microvolts received and 6 selectable channels. As you can see, we can move around there to the various stations. And that was designed for off-air monitoring of your broadcast signal with the primary, a secondary, maybe some other location. You want to listen to the competition, who's in your same town, or maybe a co-channel or adjacent channel guy to see how loud he is. Anyhow, we built this this thing last week, which monitors the IF and the audio part of the broadcast signal. And very quickly in the IF section, we've got a gain control, so we can set up and calibrate the input signal according to the amount of microvolts we have here. We've got a display that shows carrier and data activity, so that you can leave this thing running without the audio on and just be sure that something's coming in. We have carrier balance here. We're looking at the upper and lower sidebands and how well they're balanced. Of course, it's double sideband. It's AM here in this case, so you can see the left and the right are pretty close. Here's average modulation. That probably doesn't show up so good on the video because it's rear lit. But it's showing the average envelope modulation of the signal at any given time. And it has about a 3-second time constant. The time constant is 3 seconds to average total energy in the broadcast wave. Over here we're doing real-time volume units, or decibels compared to 0 dB on a 600 ohm line. So this side down is all audio. Here are the 2 sidebands again, but in the audio detector or post-detector demodulator area, showing symmetry, upper and lower sideband of the audio from the signal, recovered from the signal. And then we have a monitoring module here where we could low pass and high pass, just adjust it because we're going to be listening for a long time, so we want it to sound nice. If we intend to rebroadcast or use a STL or a digital recorder or something, we could always do some EQing here to make the signal proper for rebroadcast or recording, do air checks and so on. Here's line out with calibrated. We cheated. There's no room for a real meter, so we've got LEDs that show 0 dB, +6, +12. We can keep that feed out to the studio or to the recorder in balance that way. And a monitor that we could listen to it on the internal speaker or an external speaker. That'll produce a couple of watts of audio for our use. So let's turn it on, and
many animals
here's
were free when raging floodwaters destroyed their enclosures.
the actual audio from a local transmitter.
Tiger was found on the grounds of a swimming
And
complex. He's
I'm
telling
going to show you now the function of some of the alarms that are built into this thing. I'm going to kill the signal, and I'm going to give it 5 seconds for it to figure out that it's lost carrier. And there it goes. The reason we do 5 seconds is sometimes there's interruptions. Usually there are a second or two, lightning crashes and so on. You get these interruptions, but after 5 seconds now, the alarm triggers, a relay will flop, and you can go into automatic robot operation. So that, or auxiliary transmitter, maybe trigger the generator or the UPS, whatever. If it's an LP station, very possibly a bank of batteries. Now we'll bring the signal back. You can see we're back in business. I can actually reduce the feed to this and give you some idea of how the meters work. Here, as you can see now, we're going to expand here until we get up to full envelope. And there it is, pretty much. And that's pretty much it. Let's do it again. We'll just shut the whole thing down here. Take the radio off the air. Give it some time to compute that something's wrong. And there it goes. Notice that it shows it's looking for a carrier, this yellow light. The red flashing lights indicate something bad happened. And we want to bring it back so that we have modulation showing here. And of course the idiot lights. The reason these are here is so you can read it from across the room. You don't have to have any audio coming out. You just look in the control room. Make sure you got green here, and these things are dancing around a little bit. Let's make them dance. And that you don't have anything down here that looks like red where you're in trouble. So that's pretty much it. Another little toy, something we didn't have to have, but we wanted to have. So we got it. So thanks for looking. My YouTube channel is N1 KPR, November 1 Kilo Papa Romeo. And my website, bobsamerica.com, one word, bobsamerica.com. And thank you for looking.